Within the institute, everybody speaks English, and all communication, as far as science is concerned, is exclusively in English. But many students do enter the institute with varying degrees of preparation in English. Some of them have gone to schools where English is taught at a fairly advanced level, and they're very fluent. Others come from different parts of the country where the level of English is significantly lower.
Computer science, most of it is in English in most countries. So our students who have passed through the best universities in India have had their education in English. Second, most of the literature, most of the advances, most of technology is documented in English.
Even European journals have switched over to English, and I guess even French journals are now published in English. There are very few countries in which scientific journals appear in local languages. For instance, in India, which has so many languages, there is no major Indian scientific journal which appears in the local language. Everything's really published in English.
As technology has evolved, we have added a lot of new words to the vocabulary. We have taken it from different parts of the world, and the English language has absorbed it. That's the beauty of English, that's the strength of English. Several new verbs have been found, have been added to the dictionary, several new nouns. To that extent, I think it has become much easier to communicate in this global technology-oriented English language, as distinct from the language that you and I are used to in reading books or in conversation.
The problem of writing in English, I think, is even more important in the way science is projected. And I think in countries of the third world, there is this feeling that the science that it is done doesn't get the kind of visibility which it would get if it had been done in a English-speaking country. Part of the problems is most international journals are run in the United States, in Britain, and a few in Europe. And all of these are in fact published in English. And even the best of scientists sometimes have difficulty in writing English the way people in other parts of the world think English should be written.
Today, in some sense, technology transcends any language in some sense. For example, one of the companies in India conducted an experiment. What they did was they took a PC and put it in a slum, and they were watching it from a distance as to how that would be used. The first day when the kids came, they were somewhat scared of this technology. They wouldn't go nearby. Second day, somebody went and touched the mouse. And by the end of the fourth day, they were able to open applications like even Microsoft Word, Excel, etc., etc. I think English as the universal language and the graphical user interface put together have an enormous influence on making technology much more pervasive than we all thought would be possible.
The technologies of communication have improved so dramatically that I think science now is reaching more people very, very quickly. And I think as technologies of the internet improve, I think even in India, people will be much more aware of scientific advances than they were in the past.